When I first met my husband, I promised myself I would never let my past creep into our marriage. He was kind, patient, and everything I thought I didn't deserve. I loved him with all my heart, but deep down, I carried a secret that I swore I'd take to my grave. It wasn't something illegal or monstrous, but it was something that could completely change the way he saw me. Years before I met him, I had been in a relationship that scarred me. It was toxic, full of manipulation and control, and it left me questioning my worth. In that dark period, I made choices I wasn't proud of. One of them was that I once took out a small loan under my ex's pressure, and when he disappeared, I was left with the debt. I worked tirelessly to pay it off, and by the time I met my husband, it was buried in the past. I told myself I was starting fresh, so I never shared it with him. We built a life together, and for years everything was beautiful. But secrets have a way of resurfacing, no matter how deeply you bury them. Last month, we applied for a mortgage to buy our first home. I was nervous during the process, but I prayed it wouldn't come up. Then, one evening, my husband walked into the room with a look I had never seen before, confusion mixed with hurt. In his hand, he held a printed report. "Why didn't you tell me about this?" he asked quietly. My stomach dropped. It was the record of that old loan, the one thing I never wanted him to know. My mind raced and I wanted to explain, but all I could do was cry. I felt small, ashamed, and terrified that he would see me differently. Through tears, I told him everything, the relationship, the pressure, the shame I carried, and why I thought keeping it a secret was protecting him and us. For a long moment, he just stared at me and the silence was unbearable. Finally, he pulled me into his arms and said, "You should have trusted me enough to share this. But this doesn't change how I feel about you." That night broke something between us, but also built something new. My secret had come out in the most painful way, but instead of destroying us, it reminded me that love isn't about showing only the perfect parts of ourselves. It's about being vulnerable, even when it's terrifying. He forgave me, but more importantly, he reminded me that I'm worthy of being loved, even with my past.